drinking a certain type of hot beverage every day can reduce the risk of developing diabetes by over a quarter, a new study has found. Sipping on a warm cup of dark tea is said to slash the risk of type 2 diabetes by at least 28% compared to those who don't drink any tea at all. As well as this, it also cut the chances of prediabetes by 15%. This is because the hot drink, which is often fermented in China, creates a chemical reaction in the body that improves the ability to resist insulin and control blood sugar. The research was carried out by scientists from the University of Adelaide in Australia and Southeast University in China, and reported in the journal Diabetologia. The experts discovered that compared to non-tea drinkers, people who drank dark tea every day were found to have less chances of developing diabetes, which is said to affect 1 in 16 people in the UK, the majority with type 2. The substantial health benefits of tea, including a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, have been reported in several studies over recent years, but the mechanisms underlying these benefits have been unclear, said the study's co-lead author Associate Professor Tongji Wu from the University of Adelaide and the Hospital Research Foundation Group Mid-Career Fellow. Our findings hint at the protective effects of habitual tea drinking on blood sugar management via increased glucose excretion in urine, improved insulin resistance and thus better control of blood sugar. These benefits were most pronounced among daily dark tea drinkers. In the study, 1,923 adults living across 8 provinces in China were monitored. 436 participants were living with diabetes and 352 with prediabetes, and 1,135 had normal blood glucose levels. Those drinking dark tea also had a 53% reduced risk of prediabetes. The team also took into account risk factors known to increase the risk for diabetes, including age, gender, ethnicity, exercise status and body mass index, BMI. Participants included both non-frequent tea drinkers and those with a history of drinking only a single type of tea. During the study, they were asked about how often they drank tea, and which type. The team found that the positive effects on metabolic control may be down to the way that dark tea is produced. This involves microbial fermentation, a process that may create unique compounds that have anti-inflammatory effects as well as improving insulin sensitivity. They're also said to help change the composition of bacteria in the gut, and the effects are also present in other teas, although to a lesser extent. Professor Tongji Wu added, "Indeed, there are quite some confusions about the differences between black tea and dark tea, particularly from the Western consumer's point of view. The classification of tea as Asia, China, is based on the respective processing method. For example, green does not involve fermentation, a distinct feature of dark tea, relative to other tea. Black tea is the involvement of microbial organisms in the fermentation process." The authors warned that the findings can't prove that drinking tea every day improves blood sugar control by increasing urinary glucose excretion and reducing insulin resistance, but suggest that they are likely to contribute.